Too many people in our world are being overwhelmed by the pressure of life, by having to keep up with a certain standard, certain level of existence. That may just be about paying the bills. That may just be about being seen in the right places, wearing the right clothes, having the right job. Many pressures come from our social activity, and those pressures can be overwhelming at times. In a previous video, I talked about stress and how it affects us and what we can do about it. Well, there are many, many more strategies that can be used to help us in this daily life to deal with the pressure of life and all that we are being burdened by. We have a time of change about us. Everything is changing. The world in which we live is changing faster than it's ever changed before. This can be overwhelming to many people. We no longer trust in the judgment that we had of the past, when we could assess a situation and deal with it effectively. Now, we don't know our terms of reference because the change occurs faster than we can process it. So, how can we manage this change and the subsequent effect it has upon us much, much more readily and easily? One of the ways to achieve this is through the use of mindfulness exercises. Mindfulness is simply a way of being conscious and subconsciously aware of what's going on in our lives and enabling us to be in the moment, to be present, and to encourage confidence and strength and stillness in that present moment. In that moment, in any moment, there is no stress. The stress is something we conjure up in our mind. So, if in any moment we can allow ourselves to be still, that means that we do not have to allow ourselves to be open to the development of stress in our minds. Mindfulness simply means to be in that moment. If in any moment we stop and focus on our mind, on either what we are doing or on something else that brings harmony to ourselves, this means that we focus an attention on something that is outside of issues of stress. That is, of course, unless we are doing something stressful. But if we are doing something stressful, that is a perfect time to experience and practice mindfulness. If in that moment of mindfulness we allow ourselves to be aware of a feeling of peace within us, then we are less likely to become stressed and overwhelmed by whatever it is that we are doing. The mind affects the body, and the body affects the mind. And so, if in our minds we can become still, then that will encourage our body to be still too. And when we become still, our body naturally knows how to heal itself and to re-establish equilibrium within us. So, if you want to experience more peace and wellness within yourself, simply stop for a moment and focus on either what you are doing, if it is something easy and without stress, or to imagine you are doing something that is relaxing. Imagine you are in a beautiful place. Imagine you are breathing in the freshest air that's possible. If you are mindful of doing a simple thing, then you can be in more control of what your mind does and not overwhelmed by external thoughts or pressures that can create negative thoughts within us. So, stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and be mindful of who you are, what you desire, what you are doing, and the beauty and privilege it is to be you. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you are. A sense of gratitude can work wonders. It can establish a sense of well-being throughout our whole being. In the moment, in this moment, all is well. So be peaceful, be calm, be relaxed, and enjoy the moment. So, let the moment be mindful, let yourself be mindful, and be relaxed, and above all, enjoy.